California took away my nonprofit status. They say cold. I say going out of business sale.
Find the greatest deals in the bargain basement, the windowless van of discount peripherals, and the tear gas room.
Everything must go, even my pants. Why am I aroused?
We've got the craziest sales on all your favorite games. Fast Driver, Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. Glockenspiel Hero, Circus Bully, Wee Dewey Decimal Organizing, and Steroid Chainsaw Battle Grunt.
Act now before the federal judge indicts me. But don't take my word for it. Ask my wives. We love Crazy Adams.
Come visit our new beautiful location south of the border. Unless you're ATF, then you can go yourself. Loco, 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 Adam. Loco, 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 Adam.
Mexico does an extra after Capitol crash. Get back over here. Today, we review Tales of Symphonia for the Wii, as well as King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga.
Plus, we've got news of shakeups at Sony and an all-access look at Damnation. It's a Crazy Adam thing. Next play starts right now.
Hello and welcome to X-Play, the only video game show that resolved to stop saying chillax in 09.
That's because we aren't street.
No, I'm not. I'm not even, like, you know.
Can't be street with this
anyway.
That's college.
I'm Adam Sessler.
And I am not Morgan Webb. We're coming to you from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. Now, coming up, Kristen Adams will be here with a Left 4 Dead sheet that's filled with shortcuts that are guaranteed to infuriate 9 out of 10 zombies.
Then the Old West gets the steampunk treatment in the first-person vertical shooter Damnation. We've got your all-access pass. Plus, we're going to review Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World for the Wii. I hear it's the symphoniest of the whole Tales series. But first, let's get all the day's top headlines in our gaming update.
The torch has officially been passed, and it is time for Super Mario Bros. To take a seat. According to the stat crunching website VG Charts, with a Z, that means it's street, Wii Sports is now the best-selling video game of all time. Software data from the site reveals that over 40.5 million copies of Wii Sports have been sold since the game's release back in November of 2006. Next, major restructuring measures could soon be underway at Sony. According to a report from the Times of London, Sony is likely to announce the closure of several of its Japanese factories and major divisions early next month. Restructuring may include changes to management and manufacturing processes. Now, Sony so far has denied any such plans, but rumor says an official announcement will be made after this month's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. In other Vegas news, I'm going to drink a lot there. Finally, Microsoft has revealed the top Xbox Live games of 2008. Halo 3 topped all other Xbox 360 titles, while Call of Duty 4 and Grand Theft Auto 4 took second and third. The original Gears of War, along with its sequel, rounded out the top 5. Xbox Live arcade games, however, weren't as predictable. Castle Crashers took the #1 spot, while Geometry Wars 2, Braid, A Kingdom for Keflings, and Uno rounded out the top 5. Well, that's it for today's gaming update. For the latest news, be sure to check out our website. It's g4tv.com/xplay. We're like 5 days into January. Did you forget? But now let's send over to Adam, who once shot a man for snoring.
Yes, I did. Just, I couldn't sleep. If you're still stuck with the PlayStation 2 as your sole video game console, our condolences. On the bright side, the system still gets a new release once in a while, even though it's games like King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga, a collection of old fighting games. But at least it's cheap, right? Here's our review. The King of Fighters. There is no game higher. Other 2D action should call it sire. Check your wallet. If you've got a $20 bill in there, you too can have King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga. You get not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. That's right, 5 King of Fighter games. Talk about overkill. From King of Fighters 94 all the way to King of Fighters 98, you get more, much more. Way more King of Fighters than any normal introverted gamer would ever want. Because, let's be honest, let's get real, the only one you really need is King of Fighters 98. The others just take up space. And they are a bit dated at this point. I mean, how could they not be? You brought out the wolf in me. King of Fighters 94 introduced team play into fighting. That should count for something. King of Fighters 95 allowed you to mix and match your team of fighters. 96 added a whole slew of new characters to the mix. And then there was 97. I don't remember much about 1997, except Titanic. My heart never did go on. But as we said, it all came together with 98, the best of the heat. There are some additional extras here. The soundtrack for every game is included. That's something, I guess. Look, the price is low. That's the biggest pro for picking up this package. If you're a gaming enthusiast or completist, or just really, really into King of Fighters, this is for you.
Lady, go!
Otherwise, stay away. Stay away. Stay away from this ball and chain. King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga. It's 3 repackaged products out of 5.
Xbox Live has teamed up with some of the industry's top horror directors to bring you the funny side of terror, like my dating life. The director of the new Amityville Horror, Andrew Douglas, must have tapped into my nightmares for his short, The Miracle of Phil. It's about a guy that becomes pregnant, which frankly freaks me out way more than any maniac with a chainsaw ever will. We went on location to check it out.
What I realized I liked from a comedy point of view was quite absurd premises, which are then followed through in an incredibly deadpan way. And nothing terribly original about that. I mean, almost all Judd Apatow's films are pretty much that. You know, fat bloke with curly hair knocks up a pretty girl.
This is Andrew Douglas, director of Amityville Horror and all-around cool cat. Andrew directed The Miracle of Phil, which is one of the more surreal shorts on Xbox Live. At least for us commitment folks. It's not the pretty girl who gets pregnant this time. It's the guy.
Once you dug deep and said, well, this is a pretty funny premise, you know, a guy who gets pregnant, then all the gags are really going to be delightfully vile, like to do with bodily functions.
Wait, was that my water that just broke out?
Or they're going to be kind of offbeat to do with gender reversals. You know, so a bloke saying, my body, my choice.
It's my body.
It's my body. It's my choice. What about me, huh? What about my choice?
Like Amityville, I could completely hide. I could go, didn't write it, didn't produce it. And this one, I'm going, oh dear, kind of hanging out there. So, but at the same time, to some extent, it was absolutely empowering to be, you know, for somebody to go, whatever you want. You go, really? Like whatever I want?
God, looks like an alien.
Sounded too good to be true? Because it was.
As the commissioner's trying to get advertisers involved, you realize that advertisers don't mind violence, but can't bear anything sexual.
You want to have sex?
Just can't bear it. So prudish. You know, you blow somebody's head off, but you can't them afterwards.
Silly Andrew. Don't you remember that America was mostly founded by people who were so prudish you guys kicked them out of your country? Anyway, The Miracle of Phil currently available on Xbox Live thanks to Microsoft, Saffron Media Group, and the United States Air Force. Woo!
Take a little bit of the free climbing from Assassin's Creed and add in a 6-shooter that looks like a grenade launcher, and you've got Damnation. This new steampunk title from Codemasters is touted as a first-person vertical shooter, and you can find out more with this all-access pass. Damnation isn't your average sci-fi first-person shooter. First off, the game doesn't star space marines, and it doesn't take place 4 billion years in the future. Instead, the events occur in an alternate universe America post-Civil War.
Damnation is a steampunk take on America. The Industrial Revolution has come and gone, and the country has collapsed into a complete state of chaos and anarchy. You play as Captain Hamilton Rourke, who is a member of a group called the Peacemakers, and you're fighting to save what's left of the country.
What that basically means is that you won't be fighting off gigantic space aliens. The developers wanted to give the game a unique look.
Damnation's environment is a steampunk epic. We wanted to, in the same way that Lord of the Rings is based on the European landscape and European mythos, we wanted to do the same thing for America. So we've drawn from, iconic elements of the American Northeast and the Southwest and the Rockies to sort of bring those together.
There's another way that the game differentiates itself. Damnation is being described as the world's first vertical shooter.
I think that the team is most excited about the idea of the shooter gone vertical. It's this idea of taking a hardcore shooter, things that we love to play, and bringing these sort of acrobatic navigational elements to it so that you have this freedom to explore the world in a way that you never have before.
In order to keep players on the edge of their seats, the game makers have taken away some standard elements of the genre.
One of the things about Damnation is there's no minimap. There is no, hey, this is where you need to go. You're presented with this huge, huge environment, so you have to kind of trace your path back and really figure out on your own. You need to be able to climb buildings, dive through windows. Really, it's just, be heroic.
You can start being heroic when Damnation hits 360s, PS3s, and PCs this February. If you missed any of this season's Heroes episodes, we have a solution that doesn't involve injecting yourself with the secret formula.
And getting all that weird scaly stuff, it's gross. Catch up on all the superpowered action with a 13-hour marathon of back-to-back episodes on January 31st.
And get ready for all new episodes as Heroes returns to GeForce Tuesdays this February. Check out g4tv.com/heroes for details.
When X-Play continues, Kristen Adams is here with a Left 4 Dead cheat that will give you the edge over the living dead. Don't miss these map shortcuts that will get you to the chopper in no time. Then, looking for a few good games to take up the rest of your winter break? We're here to help. It's X-Play Recommends, and we've got all the explosive titles to help you kick off the new year with a bang. Plus, the famous JRPG Tales series comes to the Wii, and we have your review. Be here for the brutally honest word on Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. All this and more. Keep it locked.
Chillax, X-Play is back. Breaking promises like my dad. The worst part about the zombie apocalypse is, frankly, the zombies, followed by a close second with all the running, especially if you eat as much food as I do. Now, if you want to avoid these two pitfalls and make the apocalypse a breeze, then all you need to know is the name Kristen Adams.
That's right. Thank you so much, Blair. While playing Left 4 Dead, there's no quicker way to lose a couple of teammates than by triggering the Horde. And the worst part of it is, you have to fight the Horde if you want to advance in the game. On second thought, maybe not. We're all very busy people. I mean, there are bills to pay and zombies to kill. So sometimes you need to take a shortcut or two. Well, it just so happens we're going to show you how to cut some corners in Left 4 Dead. In Chapter 1 of the No Mercy campaign, you can skip going through the first apartment building. Just look over the edge of the building behind your starting point and jump down to the air conditioning unit on the side of the opposite building. Drop onto the dumpster and go ahead down the alley to the final section of the level. In Chapter 2 of the Dead Air campaign, you can skip the crane lowering crescendo moment. First, use the cement pipe to get up on the fence near the crane. Hop over to the other section of the fence, then get a running start and leap across to the pipes on the side of the building you're trying to get to. Now, hop up onto the fuse box and from there onto the roof. No crane required. Cross over the boards to the next roof, then turn around and leap from the roof into the tree. This one's gonna hurt, so heal up, then drop to the street. This will also hurt, but you'll be a stone's throw from the safe room at the end of the level. In Chapter 3 of the Dead Air campaign, you can skip the crescendo moment at the wooden barrier. Just hop onto the railing of the stairs near the barrier. Get a running start and leap off the rail to the left, landing on the ledge above the doors. Continue running forward, then jump over the barricade, and you skip the battle with the Horde. And remember, if you're playing with human players, everyone needs to take these shortcuts or some people will end up stranded or waiting in the safe room. But if you have computer allies, they will eventually end up where you are without clearing the crane or barricade sections. So there you go. You just got the gift of time. Use it wisely. Be sure to check g4tv.com/cheat for the latest tips and tricks. Right now, I'm going to send it back over to Adam.
All right, after the holidays, you probably got a couple of gift cards lying around or gifts that you pretended to like but hated and are getting returned. Whatever the case, you might have some credits spent, and here are the games you should be buying. It's X-Play recommends. With a new year ahead of us, we start off with some of the best games from 2008. Cleanse yourself of any goodwill holiday spirit with 14 stages of sword-swinging mass carnage in Ninja Gaiden 2. As Ryu, you'll engage in a fast-paced, combo-filled bloodfest. The game showcases quick-cut, stylish graphics and a variety of enemies to slice and dice. The artful combination of pure ninja combat and total disregard for censorship makes this one of the best ninja games to date. Or if you're looking for a game with more realistic elements and probably the future of mankind, check out Too Human. Creatively fusing mythology with science fiction, the game sets the bar for action RPGs. The intense game combat and fluid cutscenes make this a must-have.
Humanity needs us.
Load up with an arsenal of weapons and armor. Sure, the outfits are ridiculous, but no one will be laughing, especially if you lay enemies to waste in the frenzied fun cooperative two-player online mode. And nobody takes more delight in killing enemies than our good friend Snake in one of our all-time standouts, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot. Winner of 4 X-Play Game of the Year awards, Metal Gear Solid 4 is the ultimate game, taking the stealth action franchise to groundbreaking heights. The storyline and visual look are stunning, but the game provides an incredible level of depth. Snake can customize weapons, strategize attacks, infiltrate enemy bases, fight sweet stage bosses, all while suffering from rapid age acceleration.
I can still get around.
This isn't your average game. The enemy's AI is high, and you'll have to utilize every inch of the expansive environment to succeed. The game elements blend into a compelling masterpiece, and will have gamers going from this to this. Great games deserve more than recognition. They're recommended, so have fun.
When X-Play returns, we will give you the brutally honest word on Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. Fun fact, it's the first Tales game to end up on the Wii. Stick around.
Yeah.
G4 X-Play.
Welcome back to X-Play. We would like to take this opportunity to tell you that in 2009, be sure to get your pet spayed or neutered. The Tales series finally comes to the Wii with Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. The action RPG's combat system has been altered to utilize Wiimotes, and there's an added feature that allows you to capture and train over 200 monsters Pokemon style. Unfortunately, you can't spay or neuter them. But why do we give it a thumbs down? Find out in this review.
Japanese RPG character cliches come in many shapes and sizes, from the angsty loner to the tormented outsider. Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World thankfully dumps that trope. Unfortunately, the character they do give us, well, he's a lily-livered quiver milquetoast McWeakpants.
I'm sorry.
Dawn of the New World picks up a couple of years after the conclusion of the original Tales of Symphonia. You'll be playing as Emile, the aforementioned spineless kid. After a chance encounter with a mysterious young girl, RPG cliche number 2, Emile decides to help save the world. Though I don't think this wimp has got the stones for that kind of work.
That's not true. You're strong, kind, and cool.
Really?
Nope, not at all. Graphically, the game doesn't look great. The characters are highly stylized, which is fine, but for some reason their movements are animated hyper-realistically. It just comes off looking... how should I describe this?
It's pretty tacky.
Super tacky.
Tacky indeed.
The real-time combat in the game has a neat twist that tries to keep battles interesting. As you defeat monsters, you can capture them and add them to your party. But that's not enough to save this from being just another bland, flawed RPG. Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World stutters up a 2?
I'm sorry.
Out of 5.
Poor thing.
Tomorrow on X-Play, we go all access with Velvet Assassin, the stylish World War II game that puts you in the shoes of a real-life secret agent. Then, X-Play investigates Azeroth and reveals all the things you should be doing in our World of Warcraft Traveler's Guide. You know, instead of gold farming. And we've got reviews of Mushroom Men for the Wii, as well as Storm of Zahir, the new Neverwinter Nights expansion. And on Wednesday, only X-Play has the world broadcast premiere of the new prototype trailer. You don't want to miss this exclusive look at the game that everyone's talking about.
So what is your gaming New Year resolution?
Well, my gaming is kind of tied into the show a little bit. I gotta stop biting my nails because we have so many close-ups of me holding gaming controllers.
Yes.
And my hands are
I have to say, I actually have the same affliction myself, so I think it's a good one to work on. Also, you know, it just hurts a bit to play the games. I was going to say I want to get every bobblehead in Fallout 3.
Good choice.
So I'm going to go for that one as well. Anyway, stick around. More X-Play's up next.
Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.